Alright, Matt says, why did you start this channel? Good question. I started this channel because when I played in X and Y and Aurath, there would be random passengers with their message, trade me 3 Pokemons and I will give you 1 shiny Pokemon. Or people on the GTS claiming that their Pokemons were 6 IVs, and most of the time they were not telling the truth. To be honest, I'm just looking out for the little ones because I know I was a little one before. I am probably still a little one still. And I know the frustration of trading with strangers on the GTS. Pretty much I'm someone you can trust, so yeah. And then your second question, Matt, you said how much you enjoy giving them out. And I enjoy giving them out a lot. For example, when I'm away from home, I constantly think of new ideas of how to give them out. It's like a hobby of mine. I like making people happy, and if it makes them happy, it makes me happy inside, so yeah. Andres says, what is your favorite Pokemon? That would be Shiny Cloister. And your other question is, what other games do you play besides Pokemon? Well, I used to play a lot of PC games on my Steam account. I used to play first shooter games. A few examples of those are Killing Floor 2, Counter-Strike. I also play just other little, games to pass the time, and that would be like Terraria, Castle Crashers. In my phone, I would be playing Pokemon Go when it came out, Clash of Clans, and on my Wii U, I played Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Would also play Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart 8, and to be honest, I mainly bought a 3DS because I was trying to get back into Pokemon. And that's pretty much what I play right now. Ragnar Notebook says, is there any chance of you doing a live stream? That's a great question. The answer would be yes and no. As of now, no, because I have the worst internet right now. Maybe in the future, which might be sometime this summer, so keep an eye out for that. Jaden says, what is your favorite Alola form? My favorite Alola form would be Alola Golem. Something about it just draws my attention to it. Like regular Golem looks alright, it just seemed like it was missing something. But Alola Golden, they added like facial hair, a canyon on its back, plus it has electric as its other type, and it kind of looks, kind of happy, and it's all like smiling, while the other Alola Pokemon kind of look serious. So yeah. Okay, so Patrick says, do you have any brothers or sisters? I have one younger brother. He never watched the Pokemon series as a kid, so he's not much of a Pokemon fan. He's more into Call of Duty and Black Ops and all that good stuff, so yeah. Shadow Dragon Gamer says, what inspired you to make YouTube videos? Well, times are hard and I gotta make money somehow, right? Just kidding. Well, I've done YouTube videos before. I've done blogging videos and gameplay videos, but I like the technology to improve the quality of my past videos. My gameplay videos were more like to show off to my friends my skills and save the good moments that we had playing together. But to answer your question, the inspiration came when I was searching of a way to clone my legendary Pokemon so I could like trade it for another legendary Pokemon and eventually complete my Pokédex. Well, sure enough, I ended up, stumbling upon a Power Saver tutorial video, and as I read the comments, there were like many people interested in getting shiny Pokemons, and that's when I got the idea of starting up doing a shiny Pokemon giveaway channel. I started with giving out shiny 6 IB Dittos and got an audience going. Alright, Examium said, what is your most favorite Pokemon from the Alolan region? That's a good question. It's so hard to decide, but this might sound kind of corny, but I have like a soft spot for like the most wimpy looking Pokemons. Pokemons that are kind of just like, okay, it's not really wimpy, and I'll tell you guys why. But Wishiwashi is a small, fuck, I can't even talk. Wishiwashi is a small weak fish at first, but when it turns into its school form, that thing transforms into a freaking beast, and its stats go up as well, almost like a small mega evolution in the process. So remember, don't judge a book by its cover. I want to compare it to like Magikarp, where it's just like all it does is splash when it's like capture and stuff, unless if you got tackled and you're lucky. But eventually, Magikarp is weak and stuff, and then when you evolve it into Gyarados, man, that little fish went from something weak to something strong. I kind of want to compare it like that with Wishiwashi, where it's just, it has one evolution, but its form allows it to like kind of mega evolve in a way, I guess. And I think that's just pretty cool. Here's a spoiler if you haven't beaten the game already. Plus, Wishiwashi is part of like the game story, so yeah. Sylvian Heart says, why are you so awesome? I think the real question here is, why are you so awesome, Sylvian Heart? So, I pretty much want to make a difference. I'm not perfect, but I am the best at being me, so I think that's why I'm awesome. Shiny Sylveon, do you have a girlfriend? That's a funny story. I had a girlfriend, and she was like, okay, you gotta choose, it's either me or Pokemon. And I was like, I choose you, Pokemon. And that's what happened, you guys. Okay, next question is by Duke. He says, what is your favorite Pokemon type? And that would be water. His other question is, what type would you be a gym leader of if you had to be one? The type of gym leader I would be if I had to be one, well, it would have to be ice type. In my gym, I would have ice floor similar to Gym Leader Price from Mohani Town, Johto region. Just Mimic Lore said, why are you named Cloister Nation? That's a good question. I wasn't always named Cloister Nation. I actually started calling myself Shiny Cloister, but then later changed it when I realized if I typed my name on YouTube, you would actually see people shiny hunting shiny cloisters. Shocking, right? Before I started this channel, I was gonna name myself Shiny Mew, but I had seen other channels that were similar with the name Mew in it, so I don't know if you guys have ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, but that was my favorite show as a kid. So they have 4 nations. Fire is the element of power. The people in the Fire Nation have the desire and will the energy to drive the achievement that they want. And Earth is the element of substance. The people of the Earth Kingdom are diverse and strong. They are persistent and enduring. Air is the element of freedom. The air nomads detached themselves from worldly concerns and found peace and freedom. And lastly, water is the element of change. The people of Water Tribe are capable of adapting to many things. They have a deep sense of community and love that holds them together through anything. So if I would add that, you know, like Cloister is my favorite Pokemon, of course, and like I like Water type. Also, you know, adding Nation to it. That's from my childhood episode series. So that's how that name kind of came together. I know it kind of sounds kind of strange, but you know, I like it, it's catchy, and yeah. Existence said, when have you started playing Pokemon and what game was it? Thank you for your questions. I started playing Pokemon when I was 7 years old. I played Pokemon Red in my Game Boy Color, and I would play it non-stop. When it was summertime, my mom would drop me off at the daycare, and when I was in daycare, they would tell me to go play outside and get some fresh air, and I did just that, but I did it my way. I sat under a tree and I kept playing my Game Boy, even though I know that's not what they meant. My favorite part of Pokemon Red was when you were in that one big ship and needed to find a captain to give you the HM move cut. My starter would always be Charmander, and then I would get to Brock Gym, and of course he was a rock type, so I would have to go back and level grind just so I could have a chance. And yeah, those were good times. Alright guys, so this is it. I know there's still a few questions that I haven't answered from other people, and I will get to it. This is part 1, so I will answer your questions that you guys left on the comments on the next video. And therefore I will split the Alola forms into 9, so I'm going to be giving out 9 Alola forms in this video, and when the second video comes out, I'll be giving the other 9 Alola forms. That way, you know, I'm not overwhelmed by giving out way too many at once, because we all kind of seen that in the past and it doesn't go kind of smoothly. So anyways, yeah, you guys had some great questions. I had a great time answering them, and I will do a face reveal for sure on the second video, part 2 of my Q&As. Yeah, so stay tuned, you guys. Those who actually asked me a question in my other previous video, you guys will get rewarded with shiny Pokemons. The way how that's gonna work out is I'm gonna put you guys' name in a list, and once I modify that list, that will turn into sort of like a game where it like randomly picks one winner. It's like a spin wheel, and it'll land on one person's name, and if it lands on your name, you will have the chance to customize your Pokemon however you want. Whichever Pokemon, could be from any region. It can be any Pokemon, just not any legendary or mythical, because I'm not sure how that works out right now. But yeah, any Pokemon from any region, any moveset, any hidden ability, any EVs, IVs, all that good mumbo jumbo. So stay tuned to find out who the lucky winner is gonna be. Alright, and the winner is gonna be Jonathan Perez. You have 2 days to tell me what Pokemon you want. Okay, so the reason why Rattata is level 1 because I wanted to show you something that I don't know if you guys know or seen this, but Alolan Rattata with Focus Sash allows it to always survive with 1 HP after it's hit by your opponent. And the next move, Endure, makes your opponent to have the same HP as you. So once they have 1 HP, you can just use Quick Attack and take them down. Now Quick Attack is supposed to be a priority move that always goes first, but can also miss. Your opponent can also sometimes, you know, depending what move they can always go first. So it's not a guarantee that you will always go first. I wouldn't advise you to use this in the actual story mode because you will lose your Focus Sash. I tried this on online competitive battles and didn't have much luck. It's hard to use this, but you know, it's fun to troll your friends and stuff, so yeah. Now it's time for the Alola form Pokemons. Remember guys, I'm only giving 9. I'm only gonna be giving out the 9 Alola forms that are shown in this video. Just remember to capture Morelull, name it CloyN, and request the Pokemon that you want. And if I don't get you within minutes, redeposit it and I'll try my best to get you. Guys, I also forgot to tell you that Diglett, it's actually level 99, and the reason behind that is because if you level it up to level 100, then it should evolve to Dugtrio, and that one has actually 6 IVs and a better moveset. I think it's just like 252 attack, 252 speed, and 4 defense. It has better, you know, movements, a little bit more coverage, as opposed to the other one, Trio, that's already level 100. That's more like for its kind of like a sacrificing Pokemon. It's expected to kind of get hit and have really low HP. That's the reason behind that. So if you guys want to level it up and have a better Dugtrio, go for it. If not, then if you want to keep your level 99 Diglett, just press B to cancel the evolution.